How would you define your brand? While many buzzwords may come to mind, your brand is far more than just your logo and name. To give you the full rundown, in this video, we're going to look at what exactly branding is, why it is important, and how you can build and maintain your brand on a budget. Hi guys, it's Geordie here from Neighbourhood, where we help brands find, sell, and keep their people. So, what is branding? Essentially, a brand is a name, term, design, symbol, or any other feature that identifies a business from others. Within the business world, it has come to signify the emotional gut feeling reaction a company can elicit from its customers. While Apple's distinctive symbol logo of its trademark fruit, or McDonald's famous golden arches and iconic red and yellow color scheme are the brand visuals you recall, branding encompasses a lot more than just colors and logos. Your brand is the set of perceptions people have about your company. The goal is to communicate your promise, set expectations, and differentiate yourself from your competitors. Branding is the set of actions you take to cultivate that brand, the strategy to build a strong brand. So why is branding important then? Well, new businesses are popping up left, right, and center, all trying to make a name for themselves. Therefore, creating a strong brand is more important than ever when trying to separate yourself from the crowd. Not only that, but building your brand is a part of developing your company's voice, identity, value, and awareness among consumers. A journey of self-discovery for your business. Here are a few more reasons why building a strong brand identity is a no-brainer. First off, it builds credibility and trust. Aside from making your company stand out, a strong brand identity gives them authority in the marketplace. Especially when you're starting out, kicking off with a strong and consistent brand will build a good foundation for relationships with your customers. Be it a restaurant or tech company, maintaining stable messaging in all aspects, including branding, helps reinforce your brand promise, making it easier to remember and remain loyal to. Next, it's a first impression. Let's face it, as much as we don't want to admit it, most judge a book by its cover. Therefore, as branding is one of the first things customers come into contact with, it's crucial it makes a good impression. Impressions can come from big details like your website and socials, to the smaller things like how your employees are dressed. While definitely superficial, all points of contact has the potential to communicate your brand and should be considered when branding. As well, it reflects your company's mission. If you've followed along so far, you'd already know branding is about creating an identity. So a brand should represent what your company stands for, aka your mission statement. By projecting the purpose of your company through your branding, you can communicate your company's why, which will for sure win you some brownie points with consumers. Lastly, it can generate new customers and delight existing ones. A strong brand can both attract new customers and provide a sense of belonging for returning ones. If your message is clearly communicated in your branding, people who agree with what's on offer will be like bees to honey. And once these people become returning customers, that same brand identity that enticed them will provide them with a reason to stay. If you enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. And if you're on YouTube, be sure to hit that bell so you stay up to date with all of our latest videos delivered every week to your inbox. So how can you brand your business on a budget? Firstly, get a persona to gain some perspective. Knowing your audience is key to creating marketing messages relevant to them, and the best method to understanding your customers. Through analyzing their pain points, challenges, and how your business can solve their problems, you can identify what message your target audience wants to hear from your branding. Second, give your brand a voice. Once you're done and dusted with your buyer personas, it's time to mold your brand. Creating a brand identity involves asking yourself what makes your brand. One significant segment of this is your brand's voice. This includes the tone you use in any copy or public communication and the vibe of content in general. Thirdly, map out your consumers and their socials. With a clear picture in mind of who your customers are, it should be super easy for you to figure out which touch points are most appropriate for them. For a little refresher, a touch point is essentially a message or way a brand reaches out to their target market, providing engagement as it allows the brand to be seen by the prospective customer in a favorable way. The easiest place to double down on is socials, as it is super easy to spy on your competitors. Identifying where your direct competition is posting and how frequent this is happening can provide useful information. In the same way, investigating how your target audience interacts with socials will identify where you should target your efforts. Generally, the rule of thumb is to spread yourself between platforms, but aim your main focus to those most used by your target audience. If you diversify your methods, you've got a greater chance of securing new leads and make those connections with as many people as possible. Another thing to note is that once you've established your presence, it's important you maintain it. This can be done by planning and scheduling content like you would with any other marketing calendar. The next is to make some content. Blogging is an inbound marketing tool that aims to attract customers through useful and relevant information. Through creating content that matches what your personas are searching for, you can establish yourself as an expert in the field. The reason why blogging links well with branding, as it is something that displays the tone and voice of your brand. So take advantage of the opportunity by using language choices and little details that showcase what your business is all about. Make customer service a priority. While it's hard to see the obvious correlation between good customer service and branding, they are definitely connected. Companies with good customer service are more likely to keep their customers satisfied. When it comes to third-party review websites, these satisfied customers are more likely to leave positive reviews, which can affect people's perception of your company, impacting your brand's identity. This earned media is super valuable, as 84% of consumers trust online reviews as much as a personal recommendation. The next is co-branding. Co-branding is a lot like looking for someone bigger to give you a piggyback, in that it allows you to utilize another business's larger reach to connect with a wider audience you may not have access to at that point. It's important to remember that the company you choose to have this relationship with should align with your business values and make sense to your audience. Some things to ask yourself when looking for a co-brand: will your partner's audience be interested in your brand? Is this audience difficult for you to reach without this partnership? Will your audience trust your co-brand? That's crucial to getting them to listen to you, so make sure your partner reaches the audience in a way that instills confidence. Next to consider is, do you have something to offer your co-brand? The experience should be a win-win-win for you, your co-brand, and the consumer. So there you have it, a few tips on how to build your brand on a budget. While it may not cost much, time will be your greatest expenditure, but the results will make it all worth it. Throughout the whole process, keep your audience in mind when thinking of creative ways to keep them engaged, and have fun with it. After all, this is a creative process, and while every experiment may not work, you can always learn to improve. If you found this video helpful, then feel free to share it with someone you know that needs help with branding. You can also subscribe to our blog, where you'll find a bunch more tools, tips, and templates to help you find, sell, and keep your people, just like Neighbourhood does. So that's it from me. Happy marketing.